Good morning. How did y'all like that story, Tap the Magic Tree? That was a lot of fun, wasn't it? And when this world was created, it was created to have seasons for spring and summer and fall and winter. And a good way for us to see those seasons visibly is through the trees that were made. And for our craft today, we're going to make two seasons of trees. One is the fall, where the leaves are all changing colors on some of the trees of yellow and green and changing to orange and sometimes red. And then after fall, it turns into winter. And in the winter, a lot of trees will lose their leaves. Not all trees, but a lot of trees lose their leaves. They fall off during the fall, and then in the winter, the trees are bare, and you can see through them. You can just see the twigs, and the season of winter starts getting a little bit colder, and so we're going to make these two trees. So if you got your bags from the library, you should have a white sheet of paper, and if you didn't get the bags from the library, this is what you'll need. A white sheet of construction paper, and then you'll need some brown for your tree trunk, and green and yellow and orange for the fall leaves, and the blue for the clouds. You'll need a crayon, a black crayon, a glue stick, some scissors, and I'm going to use a marker just so that y'all can see some of the markings that I do, but you might just use a pencil if you want to. So to start off, to make our tree, the tree top, you take your white sheet of paper and you're going to hold it this direction, horizontal, and you're going to fold it in half this direction and crease it, where you're going to have this crease in the center. And then you're going to take this half and you're going to fold it to the center, to that crease, and crease it so that it's like this. And then you're going to take this half and you're going to fold it to the center where that first crease mark is, and then make a crease on it. And this gives us the opening of our tree. Now, to get the rounded look for our tree, I'm going to show you on this, hopefully on this clipboard. I'm going to help me hold this so you can see. And I'm going to take my marker so you can see. So we're going to just do an arch, okay? And then that's going to give us the round. And so you just mark, starting kind of a little bit about an inch down, and kind of curve up and go over, and then start to curve back down again. You see kind of how I did that? Hopefully that shows up for you. And then we're going to turn it upside down to the other side and do the same thing. You're just going to take it down a little bit, arch it over, go across, and then arch back down. Okay? Hopefully you can see that. And then those are your cut lines. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut on that line that I drew. Cut it down where you don't see my markers so much. And then on both sides. So now it should be kind of rounded like that, okay? Now the first thing we're going to do, or the next thing we're going to do, is work with our tree trunk. So take your brown, and the tree trunk is going to be glued into the center, right on that crease. So I'm going to take my brown, and I'm just going to kind of shape it a little bit more to a tree trunk. And you can kind of see how I have that So you just take your brown, and you can draw your cut line if you want with a pencil, or just kind of, you're just going to kind of angle it up so that your tree gets a little bit skinnier at the top. You'll want it wider at the bottom, and then just get a little bit skinnier at the top. Okay, so I have mine. And then you're going to glue it. You're going to figure out, you don't want to take it all the way to the top. You want it to be down a little bit. So just kind of figure out where you want it. And if you line it up on that crease, then it'll be nice and centered. And then I'll just take my glue stick. And then I'm just going to glue part way down. And glue the tree where part of the trunk comes down below the white, and then part of it's up on the white, okay? And just press that down really good where it sticks. A little bit more glue. Okay, then you're going to take your crayon or a marker and going to draw your branches that just come out on the sides, okay? So just draw my branch here and here, just come up, and I'm doing mine in black. Brown would probably be better if you have brown. Just kind of like that. Several branches coming out that don't have any leaves on them. And then the next thing we're going to do is glue on our clouds. So you're going to have to cut out your clouds with your glue, and you can just kind of draw your cloud, outline it. And you don't want them real big because the clouds are going to go on these short sides right here, like I have them here. And so if you get them too big, then they'll go off your paper. But if that happens, you can always just make them a little bit smaller, recut them. And I'm just going to do 2 on mine. But you could do 1 in each corner if you wanted to. Cut the clouds out. And then after you get your clouds cut out, you're going to glue them on those 2 side flaps. Sorry, it's taking me a little bit to cut these out. Glue them on. There I have the clouds. And now I'm just going to color in some birds flying. And if you make a bird that just kind of goes like this, it's like sort of like an M, then it just looks like a bird flying in the air. So you can just draw a few of those around, however many birds you want. My birds are a little bit hard to see because I use the same color as the branches. So if you use a brown for your branches, then it'll be a lot better. So that's the winter scene that we have, and now we're going to do the fall scene. So you're going to close this up, and as you see, we're going to use the green and the orange and the yellow. So all you're going to do is take your green and your orange and your yellow, and you're just going to tear small pieces, okay? And they, leaves are different sizes. These are going to be your fall leaves. And then once you get them torn, you'll just start gluing them on. And you can put them on in any way you want to put the colors on your tree, because it's going to be like a tree that's leaves are changing from green to like the yellow and the orange in the fall. So here I'm just tearing some off, and fold this up so you can see. And just do it, use it in just little parts at a time to put your glue stick on, a little bit of it, and then just take your leaves and then just start sticking them on. Okay? Just however you want them on there. It doesn't matter. And then just do, once you use up that, then just put some more on there. You don't want to do a lot at a time, because then your glue might start drying on you, and you'd have to do that again. And you can put them however close together that you want. You can leave some gaps, kind of like I'm doing. A lot of orange there together. Put some other colors in there. Okay, so you're just going to do that all over this side, and then you'll go and you'll do the other side the same way. Just stick them on there, and you'll have your nice fall tree. And then when you finish, you can tap your little magic tree that you've made, and watch the leaves turn from, you glue there, watch the trees turn from fall into winter. And then if you want to on your own, you can get more material, more construction paper, and figure out, kind of think of how you can do a tree that's in the spring. Because the spring, a lot of trees have flowers on them. The fruit trees start to bloom. Like in our story, the cherry trees were blooming, nice and pretty and pink. And then the fruit starts coming out. So if you want to, you can get you some more construction paper and make you a tree that has some blossoms on it. That's not one to stick. Well. And so here you'll have your finished I hope y'all don't have the trouble that I do getting these to stick on here. Your finished fall tree. And I hope y'all enjoyed that. Enjoy making your little magic tree. And we will see you next week. And just remember that if you want to reserve your craft bags, if you haven't been doing that yet, you can go to geraldlibrary@gmail.com and reserve them. And we'd be happy to get you the materials to make your craft bag. Thank you. Y'all have a great day. Bye.